12 things that happen to your body when you take creatine monohydrate. 1. Improved muscle energy. Creatine monohydrate is one of the best supplements for improving muscle strength. When you take 5 grams, which is a teaspoon a day, it gets absorbed directly into your muscles. This helps your muscle cells make ATP energy more efficiently, so they get stronger over time. It takes around 1 month at this dose to fully saturate the muscles with creatine. It's also used to speed up muscle growth when you combine regular high-intensity exercise or resistance training with your creatine. Your muscles start to release more IGF-1. This is a growth hormone that tells your muscles to grow bigger and faster. People often notice that they start to recover faster from their workouts, which is why it was traditionally used by bodybuilders. By the way, creatine is not an addictive steroid. It is a completely natural compound that your body produces every single day. The next benefit is improving brain energy and focus. If you find that you often lose mental focus, struggle to concentrate, or get burnout from mental work, you may benefit from taking a higher dose between 10 to 20 grams of creatine monohydrate for a short time. A study from Germany suggests that higher doses helps to increase creatine levels in the brain itself, helping your brain produce more ATP energy so that you can think and focus more clearly. Personally, I find that it helps me recover from information overload when I'm writing these complex scientific videos. But it doesn't just help with mental focus, it's also been shown to have positive effects on memory. When people are under a lot of mental or emotional stress for a long time, the part of the brain that stores memory tends to make less energy. This can cause you to become more forgetful, like forgetting where you put your keys, for example. However, creatine helps to regenerate the missing energy in those regions of the brain so that you can start accessing memories more easily and remembering things normally. Note: magnesium can also complement creatine for stress recovery and memory. Watch my videos on the 12 benefits of magnesium glycinate for more information on this. The 5th benefit is reducing nighttime trips to the bathroom. Creatine is naturally produced by your body and it plays a role in balancing fluids. Taking 5 grams of creatine in the morning actually helps to pull water into your muscle cells, meaning that there's less free fluid circulating through your bladder later in the day. This makes you far less likely to be thirsty at night, so there's less liquid in the bladder to wake you up. 3 grams of glycine before bed was also shown in studies to reduce trips to the bathroom by improving deep sleep. Creatine, however, can also help you with blood sugar control. By increasing a transporter called GLUT4, creatine helps your muscles absorb blood sugar. To take that extra sugar that's circulating in your blood and placing it into the muscles rather than converting it into fat. This is why many people who are on a fat loss program use creatine along with their regular exercise. Creatine turns into phosphocreatine when it's stored in your muscles, and this helps you store more glycogen so that your body has more stored energy and it isn't relying on high carb meals for fuel. Some people also use this to reset their body clock. For example, if you're jet lagged or you just had a really rough or a poor night's sleep, a higher dose between 10 to 20 grams of creatine may help to reset the regions of the brain that control your circadian rhythm. This essentially means that your brain will get the energy that it needs to reset and keeps you thinking clearly throughout the day, and also helps you to get back to that normal sleep or wake cycle on the following day. Now, benefit number 8 is strengthening your bones. Early research also shows that taking creatine as a supplement can indirectly strengthen the bones by helping your bone-building cells, which are called osteoblasts, to switch on. Creatine essentially helps to harden the bones with phosphorus, calcium, and magnesium. This is why many older people are now using creatine, as it helps to preserve their bone density but also their muscle. Tip: vitamin D from regular sunlight exposure also helps to strengthen the bones by activating the parathyroid hormone. Now, creatine is also good for your immune system. Aging adults often find themselves falling sick as the immune system becomes weaker, often feeling weak, tired, or constantly run down. Early research, however, is showing that creatine can enhance immune cells, the ones that fight off against illnesses. It can also help with autophagy. There is a state where your body can literally start to eat its own diseases. This is called autophagy, a cellular cleanup process that happens when you do not eat for about 8 hours. This is where old damaged organelles or parts of cells start to get repaired and recycled into new healthy parts. Let me be clear, you do not need creatine to experience this, but taking it in a supplement can actually help to enhance this autophagy cleaning because it helps the energy factories of your cells to work a little bit better. Note, creatine does not have any calories, so it will not break your fast. By the way, you can find all of my books and downloadable recipes using the link below in the video description. Now, number 11, let's talk about brain injuries. People who've experienced head injuries, like a football to the head, a concussion, or suffered a stroke, have also took part in creatine dosing studies. These studies showed that the patients had reduced dizziness and fatigue, and it helped their brains to recover faster from the injury by again increasing the energy in the neurons. And this is also beneficial on a plant-based diet. Unfortunately, creatine cannot be obtained from plant-based foods since it's found primarily in meat and fish. Although your body can make around 1 gram of creatine a day on its own from other amino acids, vegans and vegetarians often still find themselves with brain fog, weak muscles, and poor concentration. Creatine, however, is vegan friendly and it is a recommended supplement if you do prefer a plant-based diet. There are also a few other benefits like helping your muscles absorb water and electrolytes to reduce muscle cramps. It also supports the repair and recycling of damaged DNA. Early observational studies have linked higher creatine intake with reduced cancer risk, but more research is still required at this stage. It can help to repair the nerves by lowering oxidative stress, preventing muscle loss with age, and it's also being studied on its benefits for dementia and Parkinson's to help slow the degeneration of the neurons in the brain. Creatine daily requirements. Creatine is a compound made naturally by your kidneys and liver when you eat arginine, glycine, and methionine. These amino acids come from protein-based foods. Human adults lose about 1.5 to 2 grams of creatine per day, which you can easily replenish naturally by eating herring, beef, pork loin, wild salmon, tuna, cod, lamb, and venison. The creatine amounts here are in a standard portion of each food. You cannot get creatine directly from plant-based foods. However, if you want to take a supplement to boost your creatine levels, do avoid the poor quality supplements like creatine serum, buffered creatine, creatine nitrate, or gummies. The type of creatine that we have been talking about today is bound to a water molecule called monohydrate, which makes it one of the most easily absorbed. The standard dosage for muscle health would be between 5 to 10 grams or 1 to 2 teaspoons of creatine monohydrate powder per day mixed with some plain water. During stress, however, higher doses between 10 to 15 grams per day tend to be a little more effective for absorption into the brain. Simply spread these doses out throughout the day for the best effects. Side effects. Creatine monohydrate is considered to be one of the safest supplements with minimal side effects. Some people may experience diarrhea when they use it in a large amount, however, this is extremely rare. Now, some questions. Will creatine cause balding? There is a myth that states that creatine is linked with higher DHT and hair loss. However, modern studies show that this does not cause any type of hair loss or balding. Is creatine an addictive steroid? Although creatine helps to build muscle, it's not a steroid and is a completely natural ingredient that your muscles actually use every day. Loading up on it simply enhances the natural function of the muscle. It doesn't raise your heart rate or blood pressure. Will creatine cause bloating? Creatine helps your cells absorb more water, so you may gain between 1 to 2 pounds of healthy water weight. This water will not show up around the gut, however, and it's not the same kind of fluid retention that you get when you're bloated. Just stay away from any low-quality supplements that contain bulking agents that will cause bloating, such as maltodextrin, for example. Question 4. Is it bad for your kidneys? Excess creatine converts into creatinine, which can sometimes falsely appear like reduced kidney function on a blood test. However, it has not been shown to harm healthy kidneys in any way whatsoever. However, if you do have pre-existing kidney issues, it's always best to check with your doctor. And now let's talk about some other forms of creatine to be aware of. There is micronized creatine, which is just smaller monohydrate particles which work exactly the same, but they mix a little bit better in water. Creatine HCl is bound to hydrochloride. It's more expensive and lower doses of this are effective, but again, no real difference. Then there's creatine magnesium chelate. This is a form which also has some magnesium in a low quantity, but it's better to take them separately for the right dosage. And creatine malate is bound with malic acid, which can help slightly more with your energy production in the mitochondria. Remember, however, creatine will not work to the best effects if you are deficient in protein. Watch the next video on the screen now to learn about the signs of a protein deficiency. I'd like to thank you so much for watching my video today, and as always, I wish you great health, wealth, and happiness.